This lady is not as innocent as she looks. During the late 1800s, a lady named Summercamp owned a giant plant store in Tampa, Florida. She was well known in her community as the plant lady and would give tours inside her store. Most people in particular came to see her famous Venus flytrap that stood over 30 feet tall. Whenever visitors asked how the plant got so big, she would always say, "Lots of protein." In the year 1895, a man named Wally Mart booked a solo night tour with Summer. At some point during the tour, he became unconscious, and when he awoke, he realized he was inside the mouth of the giant flytrap. Miraculously, he was able to escape its grasp and survive the fall from 30 feet, and left the building to get help. That same night, the authorities raided Summer's plant store, and she surprisingly admitted that she has done this to 25 other people, but they weren't as lucky. When news of this came out to the public, the community became very upset, and they even ended up burning down the store just a few days later with the giant flytrap still inside. Summer was later sentenced to life in prison at Alcatraz and was the only female prisoner. But one stormy night, just a few months into her sentence, she got onto the roof of the prison with a makeshift glider that she built and attempted to escape the prison and was never seen again. This woman was the definition of pure evil. In 1894, hunters began vanishing deep within Washington State Park. The disappearances became so frequent that the governor dispatched a skilled hunter named Joe Diddley to investigate. After traveling 6 hours into the wilderness, Joe discovered a lone lookout tower and decided to camp there for the night. From the top, he could see miles of forest under the moonlight. Around 1 a.m., restless and unable to sleep, he peered over the edge. In the distance, several miles away, he noticed a faint glow moving steadily in his direction. At first, he hoped it was survivors, but only 10 minutes later, the light was less than 300 yards away, closing fast. Joe waited, heart pounding, until the figure emerged from the trees, a tall woman holding a lantern. He called down, asking if she needed help, but she only stood silently at the base of the tower. For half an hour she did not move, did not speak. Uneasy, Joe tried to sleep again, but soon the tower began to shake. Someone was climbing the ladder. The rungs groaned under the weight, each step rattling the structure until the sound stopped at the top. Slowly, the door creaked open. Historians don't want you to know about this evil pirate. During the 1800s, a man named Jed Zeppelin, also known as Redbeard, ruled the Caribbean seas with his crew. Standing at 6 foot 12 inches tall, he struck fear into most people, even his own crew. It is rumored that he sank over 300 ships during his era and even took the life of the infamous Blackbeard after a long duel. But on February 30th, 1867, Abraham Lincoln sent out the entire Navy to take out Redbeard, which led to a massive battle where over 150 Navy ships were sunk in the process. Eventually, Redbeard's ship began to sink to the bottom of the ocean, taking him with it, never to be seen again. But in the year 1955, an exploration crew found the wreckage of his ship and sent a scuba diving team down to investigate. After a few minutes, they discovered an air pocket in the ship, removed some of their gear, and began walking around. Suddenly, they heard a door swing open and heavy footsteps running toward them. After a few seconds, a very old, tall, and obviously blind pirate appeared from around the corner and said, "Finally, some action." This was the most evil teacher of all time. In the year 1895, a group of friends went on a hiking trip in the Appalachian Mountains. But one night, right before setting up camp, they saw a small abandoned school in the middle of the woods. Out of curiosity, they decided to go inside and take a look. After a few minutes of walking through the halls, they heard a man's voice yelling, and it sounded like it was coming from the other side of the school. They decided to go see what was going on and went toward the sound. When they got close, they peered into a classroom and saw a tall, creepy man, and it looked like he was teaching a class. But when they looked at the students, they realized they were all dolls. After a few minutes of watching the teacher, a bell started ringing around the school. But before they could react, the teacher sprinted out of the room, right past them, across the hall into another room. And when they looked into that classroom, they saw that he had changed his outfit and was now wearing a wig, pretending to be another teacher, and was doing a roll call for the students. At the end of it, the teacher started saying the first and last names of the friends. Freaked out by this, they decided to leave in a hurry. But when they turned the corner in the hallway, they ran into the teacher and he said, "I dismiss you, not the bell."